everyone, today's video is going to be on Mars in Capricorn. So my previous video was on Mars in Sagittarius, and today I'm going to be talking about Mars in Capricorn. So stay tuned. Before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I do natal chart readings. I do Synastry chart readings as well. So I look at your birth chart and I figure out what kind of challenges you may be facing, and I give you an action plan, a systematic recommendation that you can apply practically in your everyday life and basically overcome these challenges. I also do Synastry chart readings. It's called relationship compatibility readings. So let's say if you're trying to get into a relationship, if you have a crush, or if you're already in a relationship, you can contact me for a Synastry chart reading as well. And I also do tarot card readings. So if you're facing challenges related to your finance, your career, your health, your relationships, or any other aspect of your life, you can contact for a tarot reading. Apart from this, recently I've started doing relationship counseling or advice. This is general relationship advice. It's not really related to astrology, and it can be any relationship with your parents, with your romantic partner, with your children, with your friends, your social life, any other aspect. Um, I also have an Amazon store where I'm an Amazon published author. So I have a couple of books on my Amazon bookstore. So I posted the link in the description box. You can check it out. If you want to know more details about these books, basically one book is a book on poetry. So it's poems for every mood. If you're into poetry, I'm sure you'll enjoy this book. So be sure to check it out. The other book is on fat loss. So if you are trying to get into shape or just get into better health, this book is going to help you because it talks about some of the most common myths associated with fat loss. What are the kind of foods you should be eating? What are the kind of foods you should be avoiding? And what are some steps you can take to accelerate your weight loss journey? So check out both the books. They are both available in Kindle and paperback format, so you can check it out. Uh, I also have a Zazzle store where I have tons of merchandise, t-shirts, this cute little Venus and Scorpio mug, coffee mug. So if you're a Venus and Scorpio, you can tell the world that you are. So the link is in the description box, and you can also check this video that is available on the top, where I talk more in detail about my poetry books, about my Amazon store, and also about my Zazzle store. So check those out as well. Okay, so let's get started. So Mars in Capricorn. So Mars is the planet of drive. It's the planet of ambition. It's the planet of action. The energy is that of a soldier, and it's also anger. It's the way we channel this anger outside. So Capricorn is an earth sign. It's a cardinal earth sign, and it rules the 10th house of the zodiac, which has to do with public image, which has to do with your career, your ambition, and your status in society. Um, Capricorn, the symbol is the sea goat. So, when you have Mars in Capricorn, it is said to be exalted. And there's a reason for this because, see, Capricorn, unlike Mars in Aries, which is also a good position to have, Mars in Capricorn is much more patient and much more strategic because it's an Earth sign. So Capricorn being an Earth sign, it's much more pragmatic. It's not as impulsive as a Mars in Aries. So Mars in Capricorn is the strategist. Their strategy is very long term because if you look at Capricorn, the symbol is the sea goat. The sea goat never really rests. If you see those pictures of sea goats climbing the mountain, they climb some of the most steep mountains. And I mean, I really don't know how they do it, but they never give up. They just keep climbing and they reach the top. That is what Capricorn energy is. They're extremely ambitious, they're extremely driven, but at the same time, they have the restraint, they have the patience to wait for the end game, the end goal that they have in mind. So they're not caught up in the small things. They're not bothered about uh, defeats and drawbacks that they may face along the way. They're more concerned with the big win, their ultimate goal and ultimate ambition and drive. Now, Mars in Capricorn is said to be, the Capricorn in general is said to be like the boss energy. So, these people, especially when their Mars is in Capricorn and Mars is ambition and drive, the two energies resonate with each other because both are about similar things. See, Capricorn is also about, sorry, Capricorn is also about ambition, drive, and status. And Mars is pretty much the same thing. Mars wants to achieve those things. So when you have Mars in Capricorn, it's a good placement because they feed each other's energies well. It's a natural fit. So when somebody has Mars in Capricorn, they are very focused when it comes to their goals and ambitions. They don't get carried away very easily because it's an earth sign, it's very practical. So unlike some signs, like say the Mars and Sagittarius video that I did, they are pretty impulsive. They say things impulsively. A Mars in Capricorn is not going to do that. A Mars in Capricorn is much more restrained. They take their time to analyze the situation. Like even though it's an Earth sign, because it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of delays and restrictions. Mars in Capricorn people, they are used to waiting it out. Um, I think life tends to teach a Mars in Capricorn the biggest lesson that the greatest wins in life are the ones where you have to wait it out and where you have to be patient. Like you can't be impulsive about these things. So a Mars in Capricorn has learned these lessons over a period of time. And so when it comes to their goals and ambitions, um, they tend to take things slow. They're not going to just rush hurriedly into a new project or into a new uh, interest that they have. They are going to be very practical about it. It's an earth sign, so it's all about practicality. And also because Capricorn has to do with the 10th house of public image and status in society, how other people look at you. A Mars in Capricorn is not going to pursue ambitions that don't fulfill this side of them. Like a Mars in Capricorn wants to be noticed, wants to be recognized, wants to be respected. Most importantly, in society, they need to be respected. Their public image is extremely important to them. So, whatever goals and ambitions a Mars in Capricorn has are going to support these visions that they have. So, they're going to choose goals and ambitions that are aligned with this aspect. So, they're going to choose paths, they're going to choose ambitions that boost their public image, that make them have a better status in society. They are excellent managers, they're excellent leaders. Because, like I said, Capricorn is naturally the boss energy. And when you have Mars here, which is the planet of drive and ambition, it's a masculine energy and it's being paired with another masculine sign of Capricorn. They go very well together. These people are poised, they're graceful, they command respect whenever they walk into a room. They have that aura of authority. Like a lot of people try to put on a show of authority, but actually they don't really command that respect. But a Mars in Capricorn just radiates that aura that I am the boss, that I am the authority, and other people just tend to respect them very naturally. They tend to look up to them. Mars in Capricorn, they have learned their lessons through hardships. They have learned their lessons through delays and a lot of restrictions. They had to go through a lot to reach this stage. And that's why people respect them more because Capricorn is about hard work. Capricorn is not about shortcuts and achieving success. They do believe that anything good in life requires hard work, requires perseverance, and requires consistency. Consistency is a very big thing among all the earth signs and much more so with Mars and Capricorn. Like exactly like the sea goat, there's a saying the sea goat never rests. And that's pretty much the Mars and Capricorn energy. They will keep going and keep on going till they achieve their goals. Now, when it comes to anger and how they express their anger, because Mars is also about how we express our anger, a Mars in Capricorn is not going to blow up just like that. They're not, like I said, they're not impulsive. It's an earth sign, it's practical. So when they do get upset, it's going to happen over a period of time. And usually they'll give the other person a benefit of doubt. See, Mars in Capricorn is not like Mars in Scorpio, where if they are angry with someone, they have the potential of revenge or they have the potential of harming the other person. Mars in Capricorn is like a fatherly kind of energy because see, Saturn represents the father figure in the birth chart and Moon represents the mother figure. So when you have Mars in Capricorn, your energy with the people you are leading is going to be like that of a fatherly figure. So you're going to be there to guide your team. You're going to be there to motivate and advise your team. That's why You are such a good leader because people naturally look up to you, they naturally respect you. You have the knowledge, you have the know how, and you just command respect. And because you earn this respect through hard work, through a lot of trials and tribulations, people don't take you lightly, people take you very seriously. Um, and like I said, they command authority. And like I said, when they get angry, it's going to be like a father would get angry with their child. It's going to be a sense of disappointment. So they're not going to get angry with you, they're going to express their disappointment. And the way they express this disappointment is by stating the facts. In that sense, Capricorn is a bit of a cold sign. See, because it's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is not known for warmth. It's known for authority. It's known for, you know, dictating things, being strict, having rules, having, certain things in place to achieve the goals in life. So Mars and Capricorn, if they're upset with you, they will let you know, but they're going to let you know in a very calm way. They're not going to just flare up and get angry because Capricorn, just like Scorpio, is also about control. Capricorn hates to lose their cool in public because that shows that they are not in control. And Capricorn hates to not be in control. If it's a boss energy, like I said, it is, bosses, the ones who really command attention and respect, they don't like to be seen as weak in public. They don't like to be seen as emotionally weak. And so if they flare up, if they get angry and shout and yell at somebody, that tells the world that they are emotionally weak, that they don't have control over their emotions, and they flare up very easily. That's why Mars in Capricorn doesn't do that, because their public image is very important to them. They need to be perceived as someone who is an authority figure. So they're never going to do anything to jeopardize that situation. So that's why when they get angry with a person, they'll very calmly and even in a cold, detached manner explain to the other person what they did wrong, what went wrong, and they're going to prove their point through facts and evidence. See, the thing is, Mars and Capricorn is very thorough. When if they have committed a mistake, they will own up to it. But at the same time, if somebody else has done them wrong, they cover all their bases. They basically uh, make note and keep evidence of everything the other person has done wrong so that when it comes to an actual confrontation or when they're trying to resolve the issue, the Mars and Capricorn will always have evidence in front of them. They'll say that on this date, in this year, this is what you did. You said you're going to do X, Y, Z, but this is what you actually did. So they're going to have evidence of everything. And that is why Mars in Capricorn is said to be exalted, and they are a much more formidable opponent compared to Mars in Scorpio, because Scorpio is emotional, Capricorn is not. And when you're not emotional, you are able to view things much more objectively and not get caught up in the emotions of the moment. So Mars in Capricorn can be much more dangerous than a Mars in Scorpio because they are the type of people who will hire people to do their dirty work for them. So if you betrayed them or done them something seriously wrong, um, it can backfire pretty badly. And the worst part is that because Mars in Capricorn always covers their bases, they will not leave any trail of evidence that points back to them. Because again, like I said, their public image needs to remain squeaky clean. They're not going to have anything that will tarnish their image. So that's why they're very particular about who they associate with and what kind of arguments or what kind of battles they are willing to fight. It has to add to their prestige and their status. Um, and they're not going to compromise on that. So guys, that's my take on Mars in Capricorn. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. You can click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video as well as the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that whenever I post a new video, you get a link in your inbox and you stay tuned to all the latest updates. So see you in my next video, which is going to be Mars in Aquarius. So thanks a lot for watching. Bye guys.